is up, my honeys? It's KingBritneyChanel, and I'm back with another video. So in today's video, we're gonna be talking about Floyd Mayweather's daughter, Money Yaya, honey. She done tried to send NBA Youngboy's baby mama on to the glory. We're gonna talk about it, honey. But before I get started, definitely make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on a moment of my videos. Now let's get into my commentary. I hope y'all enjoy. Right, so let's get into the honey for today's tea. If you're new to my channel, honey for the tea represents Yahweh's truth promises in his promises and how we can apply those things to everyday life. Now let's talk about this situation, honey. We're gonna be talking about, honey, Money Yaya, Floyd Mayweather's daughter, honey. She has got jammed up, honey, trying to I'ma say, what's the word I want to use? Trying to take a blade, honey, to his baby mama, one of his, NBA Youngboy's baby mama. We're going to be talking about this, honey, because this, there's a certain point I've been saying with this whole situation with her and this NBA Youngboy dude, where is Floyd and Melissa at to get their daughter? Because at a certain point, it needs to be a sit down and say, and Floyd got enough money to sit his daughter down and say, if you don't get rid of him and leave this dude alone, and we talking about NBA Youngboy, the very epitome of what you don't want your daughter with. Several baby mamas, rumors of gifts you don't want to receive, all kind of stuff. They all go back and forth with each other. And it seems to me with this situation, how she got to the point where let me tell y'all, she is in the lockup, or she got taken into the lockup for supposedly trying to send NBA Youngboy's baby mama on to the glory. Like, I think, like, when you get to that serious point, it needs to be a sit down to where it's like, this young man is not worth it. And y'all, they saying they don't even know how NBA Youngboy, one of his baby mamas, is even doing. So this could escalate to something way bigger than this situation I'm about to tell y'all about. Now, it's all kind of serious stuff going on right now in the world, and folks supposed to be staying indoors, staying at a safe distance in between each other, and Money Yaya somewhere out in Texas trying to stand up for her right to be NBA Youngboy's fiance and all that. What are we doing, folks? What are we doing when all of this, like, it's bigger fish to fry, bigger things going on? And this is because a better example is not being set for these young women. All her mother and her father or her dad, because it's only one father, Abba father. But anyway, all her mom and dad have taught her, Floyd busy gallivanting around, jet setting, being with multiple women, showing her that, and the mother has showed her, be with a man that has multiple women and argue amongst each other. I don't know if that's what Melissa was doing, but I'm sure Floyd having different women, there's been some arguments between the women, and she could have grown up seeing that. So let's talk about it, y'all. I'm on TMZ because I'm gonna give y'all the backstory and the scoop with this. Basically, it says Floyd Mayweather's daughter, I'm gonna say, taken in for I'm gonna say, honey, y'all know when y'all sitting there trying to I'm gonna say, what would you jab at somebody with? Okay, think about that. And she used something with a blade to do it. So she done tried to send NBA Youngboy's baby mama on to the glory, and I paraphrase that. But this was posted 4/4/2020 at 11:14 a.m. This is Pacific time, and it says Floyd Mayweather's daughter, Ayana, has been, I'm gonna say, taken in for a FEL of her using a a weapon in a very serious way. That's what I'm gonna say. And it says TMZ, I said TMZ, TMZ has learned, and it appears to have been a scuffle or some type of confrontation over NBA Youngboy. And this is the saddest thing, y'all, because this young man is not worth this young lady throwing her life down the drain for this type of dude, for any dude, you know. But it's sad because the example that's being set, you know, a lot of people, they talk that jibber jaw, and they always talk about it's okay for men to be with multiple women and the rest of that stuff. That's not the plan the Most High God had for you young men. Because every man, and you know, typically the men that like the jibber jaw about, oh, it's okay to have multiple wives and the rest of this stuff with this foolishness. Number one, they don't ever have the finances and things to make sure they could back that up. Number two, all of the men that were in the Bible that had those multiple wives situations, they always landed themselves into trouble. It's like, okay, with the whole David situation, David messed with somebody's wife, and he ended up having to have consequences for that. What is it? Samson had a woman issue, and it was consequences for that. Solomon had many wives, but ultimately having multiple wives led him away from the Most High God, and that's when he lost his favor, because all of those wives he had was distancing him and creating, you're not supposed to have no other gods before the Most High God. That's number one. So those situations, a lot of men will jibber jaw and jab at you and talk about how you're supposed to have all of these women, but they don't realize every situation where a man tried to be a womanizer or to have multiple women, if you look at the word, they all ended up with consequences some type of way, or it costed them. Because the original ideal plan for you is for you to be with one woman, one man, to not be committing adultery, to not be participating in certain activities that's going to lead you away from the Most High God, and that's going to cause you to be spiritually in a place of unwellness. He does not want you to just entertain all of these other people with all these different spirits and stuff. You don't know, people got, you know, generational soul ties and curses and stuff on their family line, and you just thinking you messing with these people, marrying these people, creating all these covenants and all of this. You don't know what gods they people serve and the rest of this stuff. That's why the Most High didn't want you doing all that. He said one. It was Adam and Eve. You didn't see Adam, Eve, Amanda, all these other people. It was two. That was the original blueprint. But people, they try to do them, and it be costing them. And so now you got these young men growing up like NBA Youngboy. Dad probably not in the home. In order to be a man, oh, you got to have all of these women. The women be squabbling over the one man as if it's like as if it's not billions of people. And somebody would be out there that would treat this young girl the way that she deserves to be treated. This is so beneath her. And the fact that, where's the people at pulling her to the side? Throw away this trash. Any man that is trying to have you in competition with other females is trash. Period. It says in the word, he who findeth a wife findeth a good thing. That doesn't say he who make you compete and jump over hurdles to get with him. That's going to be, he's not the prize. You're supposed to be working like Esther, getting yourself together, purification, getting yourself together so that you could be the good thing and the prize of the relationship, ma'am, not competing with other females. And now this young lady is in a whole situation so where if this escalates, y'all, this is going to be real bad for her. And y'all know, in the system that we have, the judicial system, honey, they're waiting on a young original person to slip, especially if they could get some money out, and then her dad being who he is, having all of that money, boo. You're not even thinking about the whole family legacy and the way it's looking, because that's not something that is stressed or pressed or to better words, pushed and made to seem important in the original community. All of this foolishness is pushed. All of this, argue over one man, have all of these women, mess around, you could do whatever you want type of philosophy is always pushed. And look at what it's doing to the youth. Look at what this young girl is truly a pure example of the, being a man is doing whatever you want, laying up with a bunch of females, having a bunch of kids all over the place, and then creating more broken homes. Because I don't care what people say. They could say they pay their support and all this other stuff. They could say all of that. It's not going to change the fact that one man cannot be at several different homes with several different women. So if anybody is telling you that, if you doing your services of just paying your child support and that's all it takes, they're lying to you. It takes way more than that to be a parent. And the more kids you have in this society, the more you have to work, the more you have to be distracted and doing other stuff. So that's further taking you away from what you're supposed to be doing, because the original goal, as I said, was for you to get a wife, you to go forth, have your children, multiply, and your number one mission, serve the Most High God Elohim. So this is just sad for this girl. Now let me give y'all more details and see what else they're saying here. And it says, so Ayanna is currently in Houston Harris's, I'm gonna say, lockup, and after getting taken in at 1:30 a.m. on Saturday. That's why it ain't nothing good going on, honey, for you to be out, honey, in these streets during certain hours, because the whole world know what we going through right now with this whole situation. You ain't home somewhere staying at a safe distance. You out at 1:30 trying to stand up for your right to be a sister wife to a whole bunch of other females. This is so ridiculous, y'all. This is ridiculous. This is how this young girl has thrown her life down the drain with this foolishness. And it says, La Policia, and I'm paraphrasing here, sources told TMZ that the supposed Vic of this and NBA Youngboy were at his home when Ayanna arrived and told the woman, and her name is LaPatra Lachey, whoever this is, she was Youngboy's fiance, and that LaPatra needed to leave the house. And that's when NBA Youngboys, I guess, one of his baby mama's girlfriends or whoever this is, named LaPatra, told Ayanna to leave. And then it says they're told that the argument moved into the kitchen, where Ayanna was holding two, we gonna say, sharp items, okay? When she put them sharp items to use. And it says, according to their sources, LaPatra stepped toward Ayanna, and Ayanna moved forward at her with one of the sharp objects. So y'all pretty much know where I'm going with this, okay? And it says that LaPatra told La Policia she didn't feel the first sharp object, or the first, I guess, cut or wound, okay? But then she said that Ayanna moved forward at her with the second sharp object, basically wounding her again. So the sharp objects was used, and basically the young lady didn't feel the first time that she was wounded, but the second time, I guess that's when she started to feel it. So it says when the EMTs arrived, LaPatra was laying on the floor. She was then taken to, I guess, to the medical, honey. And they say they do not know her condition. So that's the scary part of this whole situation. Hopefully, the young lady pulls through, and that she is, well enough to tell the tale and to see another day. But if not, that's my prayer. Lord, touch her so that she can be well and be able to be with us. You get what I'm saying? Because if not, this is going to not be good for this Ayana girl at all. It's not. It's not going to be good at all. And y'all know that you don't want to be in that system, and you shouldn't want to be at that system, especially at a time like this with all this going on in the world right now. So it's just sad that she could not just let this dude go. And any men out here that's pushing this type of activity is trash, just period. Because that whole trying to create jealousy and trying to get women to narcissistically argue over you, that's a person, ladies, and I'm telling y'all, this is the real. That's a person that's trying to play with your future. That's a person that's trying to get you jammed up. Anybody that's trying to make you jealous of another female as a way to be competitive over them, that's somebody that's playing with you. And you need to leave that person alone, because number one, that's narcissistic. Number two, leave that person alone because they don't mean you any well. Anybody that really wants to be with you like that, they're going to make you a priority. They're going to love you. They're not going to even it's not going to be a situation where you're going to be competing for, like, this is some flavor love type of game show and stuff like that. This is real life. And anybody playing games like that with your time, effort, and you being able to walk it around free, they need to be out of your life immediately. That's pure facts right there. And so the fact of the matter that you can already tell the type of dude this dude NBA Youngboy is, where he probably be sitting there pillow talking and telling different people stuff. Oh, I like you today. Telling this person that he don't want to be with them on this day. That's what these dudes do out here. And I'm not saying all dudes, but it's a lot. Like, I don't know if y'all looked at the statistics. It's a lot of narcissistic men walking around amongst us. Because a lot of the stuff that men tend to go through in society, and just a bunch of stuff that they go through. Like, they can't really express emotions without people coming at them. You know, the fathers not being in the home and stuff like that. And then they grow up with these issues and they want to play these little games to where they have all of these women arguing amongst them. They not respecting women because they really could have resentment against their own mom for the life that they grew up with. So it'd be a lot of issues that you got, and red flags that you have to watch out for dealing with some of these folks. And this is a prime example of that. This dude, number one, NBA Youngboy, he got a real dysfunctional relationship with his mom. You never hear about his dad. Then the whole fact of the matter, real young, he had all these kids, all these different women going around. And this is the type of dude that this girl want, when it's just like, yo, leave this dude alone. Hopefully, you know, like I said, praying for the best that the other young lady, she pulled through. You feel what I'm saying? And, you know, so that both of these young ladies, they can move forward. But hopefully, if in fact the other lady does pull through, that her parents, Money Yaya parents, sit down with her and talk to her and tell her to leave this dude alone. Because this is not heading in a positive direction that she's going to want to, or, you know, a direction that she's going to want to go down. Because it starts to become real life when they try to close them doors on you. It becomes real life when somebody is no longer here to talk to us about certain things. So taking it too far over a dude, this is a prime example of that. Move on. I mean, and then also this is, like, to me, showing that it could be some low self-esteem going on, because she's Money Yaya. You feel what I'm saying? She's already a person herself that could be with any type of guy that she probably would want to be with. Her dad being her dad, she doesn't want for anything. You could tell that she's not a young lady that wants for anything. So to want to be with somebody that is so beneath her, like an NBA Youngboy, it's clear that maybe when she came up, she's seen examples of this. The women going back and forth, like this is the norm. All of this is dysfunctionality. And I think her parents had a huge part to play in why she turned out the way that she turned out. And it's sad, but people need to realize that when you raising your daughters and your sons, they're watching everything play out. The dynamic that you have with their dad or their mom, or how you just carrying on in the streets, they're watching this. So it says Youngboy, who was at home at the time, was briefly, honey, they briefly cuffed him, briefly. And they said it was as a precautionary measure before they, released him. And it says that Ayana told La Policia that LaPatra had incited her by initially pulling her hair outside the house and then running into the kitchen where the whole scuffle went down. It said Ayana told La Policia she had never met the girl before, like LaPatra before. So I don't know, y'all. This is this is my thing. Whether she met the girl or not before, it's like, sis, he gonna keep having different people. That's just the type of caliber of dude he is. That's the low level that this dude is. Even though he has money, he doesn't seem like the type of guy that is an investor that's going to probably have all of this money over time. And money is not everything when you're looking at the character of the type of guy. Like I said, this girl, Money Yaya, is not really wanting for anything because due to who her dad is. So it's like, what do you want? What do you want with him? That's the question. It need to be a sit down, honey, via her parents and her, or somebody that really care about her, to tell her, baby girl, let this go, because it's not gonna end well. And hopefully she overcome all of the issues that's gonna come from this, and that she don't have to put no serious time on the books. That's just what I hope, because she's very young. And this whole situation is sad. I feel sad for the other young lady. Like I said, they say they don't know how she's doing, but hopefully, she is good and that she pulled through. It was nothing serious, but this is sad. And NBA ought to be ashamed of himself, having, like I said, this type of personality. Like when you look at him, he look like he be up to like mischievous type of stuff anyway with his look. So this is these type of games that be played. Oh, you gonna let her talk to me like that? You gonna let her do this? And you my fiance, she not, and I'm with you. And the games that these people play. Women, don't fall for these games. Okay, peep game. Teacher, if you got daughters, teach them the peep game early. Don't be in no situation where somebody is coming at you emotionally, playing games with you, trying to make it seem like you're not good enough, trying to put you in competition with nobody else. There is no competition. And if somebody don't realize that in this day and era, tell them just politely, step off. It's KingBritneyChanel. Definitely make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I hope y'all enjoyed my commentary on this whole situation, and I will see y'all soon on the next video. Hit the notification bell so that you're notified every time I release a video, and I hope y'all enjoyed my commentary on this. Hey honeys, thank you for watching my video, and if you haven't, definitely make sure you check out my Teespring, KingBritneyChanel Couture, where you can find my latest merch. I upload a lot of new designs frequently, so definitely make sure you check it out. We have mugs, we have wall tapestries, canvas art, pillows, fleece blankets, apparel, and so much more. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all on my next video.